people seem to think that it's a flex when they say they got rid of certain people. And I'm like, that's not the flex you think it is. All that tells me is that you probably are the person that's not loyal to anybody at any point for any reason.
And that's why. Cause I don't trust nobody. Cause I don't keep nobody with me. I don't have no close circle. In my mind, I go, that's because people don't fuck with you, not because you don't fuck with people. That's because people don't fuck with you.
And I just be thinking to myself, you must be miserable. Like, everybody, I'm not saying you need 30, 40, 50 friends. I'm not saying that. But everybody needs at least one friend. Somebody that you can go to, whether it's just to laugh, whether it's just to talk about your day. You need somebody, whether that's your husband, you need somebody that's your friend.
Humans do. Remember in, what was that movie?
With
Wilson the dodgeball? Wilson! You need somebody.
Castaway.
Because he didn't have a friend, he made a friend. Because we need friends.
Okay, so we got some new segments that we want to do with you guys, and I want to start with the first one because I actually got one, and this segment is called My Thing Is, and it is just when throughout the week me and Jay are keeping tally of the things that people do, say, and honestly just people existing that annoy us throughout the week, and we gonna come vent to y'all. So just power through our little vent session, and if you relate to it, send us your own My Thing Is, because some people be having us messed up. And my thing is, what you not gonna do, what I'm not gonna do is continue to allow you to make me feel like I need to diminish my accomplishments to make you feel better.
Because we not doing that.
Not doing it. No, no more. Because I was thinking about this, and this ain't even happened this week, but I was just thinking about it. And I was just like, I've always felt like when I have good things that happen in my life, or like when I graduated college, when I got my first job, got promoted and stuff, I wasn't really the person that was like, hey, everybody, I got promoted, because I don't want to make people feel like I'm being braggy. You know what I mean?
I'm too selfish for that. You knowing everything.
See, and I'm the opposite.
If I paint my toes a new color that I really like, you know what? I found a new bomb-ass color for my foot this week. It's a good week. It's a good day.
See, I'm the opposite. Now, I will say I'm a lot better now than I used to be.
Yeah.
But in the past, I would keep a lot of that stuff to myself. I would tell like family, like my mother, my brother, sister-in-law, a couple of friends, but I really wouldn't announce it. And there's been times where I was like been genuinely excited about something, and then I would be like, nah, I'm gonna just keep it to myself because I don't want people to feel like I'm being braggy.
No, it's just for some reason I don't talk about the big stuff. It's the small stuff I'll talk about.
Like, and I'll just use the pot. I know that I get on some people's nerves, the absolute last nerve, talking about this podcast.
Well, too bad.
Because like I said, my thing is I will not be allowing people to make me feel like I can't talk about my wins. And I'm sorry. This podcast is something that, one, I wanted to do for a long time, but never did. So I'm genuinely just shocked I actually did it.
Yay, we here.
Yeah. Thank you for being here. But yeah, I'm genuinely shocked that I did it, and shocked that it's doing as well as it is. So I'm like, I'm going to celebrate that. And if they don't want to celebrate it and they don't want to hear me talk about it, they can go into another room.
My thing is, I'm like, if you feeling some sort of way about accomplishments, that means better yourself instead of feeling some way.
I mean, yeah, but you do have the people that brag.
But it's a difference between a brag and just a statement. And we all know what to do. Like saying, hey, I graduated college is not a brag.
No.
saying that I was top of my class and I got 37 job offers. Now that's a brag. That's a brag.
That is a brag. Because why you need to tell me about your 37 job? You can even tell me that you're top of your class. But what's the 37 job offers for?
Unneeded information. That's what it is.
Right. Because I'll be like, good for you for being top of your class. Right. But if you was like, oh, and I got 37, I'm like, oh, okay. Did you? Okay.
Oh, okay, person who I don't even know your last name. Why did I need to know that?
Okay.
But then I feel like I sound like a hater when I say that, but that's not what's happening.
Yeah. But no, it's not. It's just genuine. Like, so why did I need to know that?
We don't talk enough for me to be happy about that.
I mean, if you came to me and said I got 37 job off, I'd be like,
your responsibility, get your ass off the internet appliance.
Like, why? What?
You like, get off. I thought you had a job.
Right. It's like, why are you tell me the one you accepted?
The gag is none.
Yo, that's stupid. What's your my thing is?
Okay. So my thing is I say that I don't really care about my accomplishments at work, but then also I do care when you steal my credit. So sometimes I teeter like, so which one am I really? I'm like, I don't really want recognition, but I also don't want you stealing my stuff. But I also don't really care about recognition.
And that's my thing too. These jobs, I hate that they have brainwashed everybody into not wanting to get recognized and make you feel like it's a bad thing to want recognition at work. You should want to be recognized at work. What the hell are you doing it for? Like, especially if you're going above and beyond. But they'll make it seem like, oh, you shouldn't be doing it for the recognition. It's like
now, my thing is, you don't need to give me a plaque.
No, but I should be recognized.
If my process completely changes the way we do everything and saves us a lot of time and money, yes, I want my recognition for my process. Not that you did it.
One thing I bet not hear in that meeting is
that you did it.
Hey, your boss came up with this great idea. I'm like, what boss?
Did I tell you about the time where that legit happened? So we were in this meeting. I came up with a new process for the diabetes medication, right? You know, everyone, mind you, we talked about it before this because this was like a everybody come together meeting instead of like a this is our department meeting. It was like, oh, all of the other branches, they come here too, and this we're going to talk about. Mm-hmm. My boss got up there and talked about her new process for diabetes medication. Mm-hmm. We all looking at each other like, I know she did not get up here. And we all looking at each other like, do you hear this? And they looking at me and I'm looking at them and I'm like, should I raise my hand and go, I think you misspoken. Like, do I?
But that's what I mean. But that's what I mean. If you had stood up for yourself and been like, that wasn't your idea. That wasn't you that came up with that. Then you the one that's wrong because you're not a team player now because you want the recognition.
Here's the thing.
And I don't agree with that.
It's not even that I want. If she would have said
but that's the
team, if she said the team came up with, even if she didn't say me, but saying her is what pissed me off.
But that's the way it would have been received if you had said something.
I'd be like, I would have been the bad guy. Like, how dare she say that? Like, it's what happened.
And then it would have been about the team. Then you're not a team player because you want the recognition. And that's one thing. And like I said, I've talked about my old boss from Myers and Stafford before. He had his issues, don't get me wrong. But one thing that I genuinely appreciated about that man, and I've heard him do it, was there were things that were my idea that we did for clients. And I heard his boss on calls that I am on give him credit for it. And he then immediately turns it around and say, oh, that was Jocelyn.
That wasn't me. I ain't gonna take false credit. Because there's a lot of people that'll be like, yep, it was me.
And when he did, I was like, see, that's the kind of boss people need. Don't take credit for my stuff. And like you said, if you make it that the team did it,
I wouldn't even be mad.
That's fine, because I'm a part of the team.
But you did
it? But to try to say that singular person did it, knowing full well they didn't. Now, did they review it and approve it? Sure. But
was it their idea?
They didn't do the work.
You like, don't make me go back to that process submission thing and see my name. Don't.
Yeah.
Like, don't make me.
That is a good one, because I truly feel like there's a lot of things that I feel like companies just like, they truly just brainwash us on. Like the whole, oh, you really shouldn't compare yourself to others.
The thing is, you compare me to others when you do my review. So why can't I compare myself to others?
Yeah,
because that's what you doing.
Because then we start talking about pay and stuff, because the pay ain't equal. Oh, well, you shouldn't be comparing.
Yes, I should.
Yes, I should.
Yes, I should.
I should be comparing the work that I do compared to the work that they do, because that pay shouldn't be equal.
And we have the same job title. That's a problem. That's problematic to me also.
And that was my issue with the company that I worked at. And I was just like, my job functions significantly outweigh the people with the same title in the same department as me.
And more than likely the same pay. Or I'm getting paid less than them.
Yep.
You're like,
and I'm just like, that's not okay with me. Oh, you really shouldn't be doing comparing people. And then they gave me a project, and then when I brought up the fact that they didn't give me extra pay for this extra project that had nothing to do with my title.
Yeah.
Well, you really shouldn't do things with the expectation of, I'm like, then what the hell am I here for?
See,
I am here, like, no.
That's the point of working on. Like, really work. I'm not here because I love you guys so much.
No.
I am here to get a check. And that's what I'm here. That's literally the point of employment.
I am here to, and I'm not just here just to get a check. I am here to get paid for the work that I am doing. If the job description that you guys are giving me, I do think that people should strive to go above and beyond at their jobs if they're trying to move up. I do agree with that. But if you're having me do the entire work of a whole nother person that would be in a whole nother department,
that's a problem.
That should be extra pay.
And it's not even it should be extra pay. It shouldn't be there. It shouldn't be there at all.
It shouldn't be there at all. But if it's going to be there, where's my extra pay? And I'm like, and I'm not one of those people that think that, oh, you don't choose your job based off the pay. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Because they're choosing you based off the pay.
You don't choose. Now, when you go to school, college, whatever, yeah, I would say don't choose your degree or whatever based off solely based off of pay. But once you get that degree, whatever company you go to, that should 100% be based off, not 100%, but it should be based off
98%.
I mean, go to a company that you actually, believe in and want to work for, but your pay is a big driving factor on that. I'm not going to pass up, two equally, two companies with equal reputations, but because one, just because they're just good, I'm going to take a $10,000 pay cut. No, I'm going to whoever going to pay me the most money. What are you talking about?
You pick, because of course, if you're applying, you should want to work there, hopefully. And you did your research on that company.
You would think.
And so any win you get, so then at that point, if it's multiple and you like all of them, it should be about, okay, who's going to pay me the most if all of them are equal?
Exactly.
Who's going to pay me the most if I like all of them?
And same thing when it comes to leaving a company. If that company is no longer paying you what you think you are worth, leave.
Yeah, somebody will. Somebody else will.
Living proof.
Somebody else will.
Because I am doing a hell of a lot better than I previously was.
Same person.
Shoot.
It be like that.
I'm like, but yeah. So yeah, if you guys are feeling these new segments, please submit your own. We're gonna try this out for like all of November. These next, this one plus the next 3, and then let y'all decide if y'all like them or not. If y'all ain't feeling them, we'll drop them. We'll just go that
back
simple.
To what we was doing.
The old trusty, dusty weekly Reddit.
We love it. We love that trusty, dusty Reddit. And I don't feel bad about it.
No, not a singular bit.
Love that trusty, dusty Reddit.
Okay. So the next one is, we got
friendship
files. And this one is where we talk about, we answer questions that are sent to us. So, what you got, Jade? No, I ain't gonna say it. No, go ahead.
Okay. It says, Do you think some people know they're emotionally draining, or do they truly not notice?
What do you think? Because I feel like you chose that for a reason.
They know.
See,
Here's my thing, but they do know.
But let me counter
now,
that.
they might not know how draining it is to you, but they know that they are putting extra emotional pressure on you.
Let me ask you this then. Do you think you're draining?
It depends on who you're talking to.
I'm just asking, do you think you're draining?
Now, I do think I talk too much sometimes. But do you think
that causes you to be draining?
No, I don't think I'm draining.
Okay.
Now, I know for some, it depends your personality. Now, if you a quieter type, I am too much for you. And so I might drain you. But I don't talk to people like that because I understand that about myself.
See, I do understand how I can be draining. Like, I think I could be draining to you.
No.
Just because of the differences in our personality. I am more rigid. Sometimes for you, that could feel like you're trying to pull too much out of me, which can be draining.
No, the difference is it don't bother me. I'm like, that's her thing.
That doesn't mean it's not less draining. You're using energy to put up with me still.
It don't bother me though.
Oh,
I'm selfish. If you bother me, like if I felt like I'm too selfish.
I also don't always feel like draining necessarily needs to be this negative thing. Even when you having fun, it's still draining.
Yeah, but
you still leave it tired.
Girl, if I'm hanging out with a friend and I leave tired, not from laughter, I'm not your friend no more. And I ain't coming over no more.
But that's what I meant. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Even laughing, as much as we laugh,
boy, we have a laugh.
And when you leave, I sit on that couch, and most of the time I fall the fuck to sleep. I'm like, it still uses energy. So I'm like, it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing.
But they use the word draining. Using energy and draining are two different things.
If you're using energy, you're depleting your energy, which is draining your energy.
It's not the same. You know, it is an emotionally charged word. And you know the emotion behind the word. We're not going to play it.
It is an emotionally charged word, but I still don't necessarily see it as a bad thing. For some of my old friends, 100%, it drained me in a negative way where I just didn't want to be around them sometimes.
You soul sucker.
Literally.
It was the negativity. And it was also, they were negative, but they did nothing to get out of it. But they always want to talk about it. It's like, girl, quit complaining about your POS card. Just get a new car. Quit talking.
POS card.
Just get a new one and call it a day. The money you spending on the old one, you could have had a down payment on the new one.
Well, let me ask you this. At what point does being there for a friend turn into emotional labor?
When you don't want to do it no more. I think that's the point. Because at first you go, oh, I want to help my friend. I want to help. Then after a while you go, I'm sick of this girl and all her problems. I'm about sick of her. And then that's when this becomes
Have you had a friend that was like that?
Almost. But again, me being selfish, when I start feeling like she's starting to get on my nerves, I let her free.
See, I have had a friend that eventually it did feel like the friendship was just, it's just emotional labor that I'm just like, look,
I got enough to do. When I start feeling like,
and I think at the time I was like in college, and I'm just like, I love you to death, seriously, but I can't deal with your problems. And my biggest thing, and we've said this on this podcast before, both of us have, and we've been called terrible friends for this. Okay, we're terrible friends. Okay, we'd be terrible friends for you if you disagree with this. But my thing is, I don't mind. I do not mind. I genuinely do not mind my friends talking to me about their problems. I don't. But if you have absolutely no intention of fixing your problems, please don't talk to me about your problems. No more than twice. Because at that point, I'm just like, stop talking to me about it.
You know what? I have a rule for Evangelo because he's autistic and he does his stimming. and I have a rule for him. You got 3 times to repeat that shit. And I feel the same way. But you got 3 times to talk about the same problem with no solution. And I don't want to hear it no more.
Okay, well, let me ask you this then. Because, and I did have that friend, but I never actually told her, stop talking to me about it, blah, blah, blah. I have the feeling that you have.
Sure have.
How do you address that with the friend without losing the friendship?
See, I'm not a bitch about it. Now, the way when I'm explaining it sounds bitchy, but I'm not actually bitchy about it. Like when they keep talking about it. And because most of the time it's pride why it's not fixed, right? And my response is the truth. Pride means nothing if it doesn't make you get resourceful. If you're being prideful, it doesn't make you reach a point, okay, what am I finna do? If resourcefulness doesn't come, you're just talking.
Well, I asked that question one because I've never actually addressed it. I say that I would want to address it, and I would want to address it, but at the same time, I'd be like, that is your friend.
But then that also falls into, why do people always feel guilty?
Yeah.
About trying to get rid of this burden of a friend. Like at this point, they are a burden to you. But you feel
literally,
so
that's what it becomes. Because I'm like, and had I probably said something, maybe it wouldn't have become a burden. Maybe we would have just been, maybe she would have just stopped talking about it. But I felt like, that's too mean. She actually going through it. You should just listen to it and blah, blah, blah. Even though it's been 9 months and every time you see her, she talking about the same shit.
But here's also the thing. She keep talking about it with you because you're the only one that ain't told her to shut up.
Literally.
And that's, everybody else was like, hey girl, love you, but get a diary. I don't want to talk about this no more. And you the only one left. So she keep bothering you because everybody else told her to be quiet.
But based off of what we know happens with friendships, especially adult friendships, a lot of people run into these issues and they're like, we read enough Reddits on here at this point, and y'all have heard enough Reddits at this point to know people have these exact same issues, but what they do is they go to Reddit about it, talking about this friend and how much they hate them because now the friendship has become a burden. And they're just like, I just want it to be over. Or they just start ghosting the friends.
And I'm like, what type of spineless motherfuckers are you? But it's like, it's not even, that's just, if you truly cared about them, you'd be like, hey, like, I know I don't mind being your shoulder to cry on, but, at some point, I want you to cry about something else. Like,
I mean, I prefer you not cry about anything,
but I'm saying switch it up.
Switch it up.
I don't want to hear.
Now, I will say, I did say to that friend at one point, like, do you
want solutions or you just want to keep complaining? Yeah, I can help you.
I did ask her, like, do you have any intention of fixing this situation?
And they don't.
And really, literally had none. So I was like, okay. Well, then I guess I just have to hear about this until the end of time.
That's when you turn to a teacher and go, okay, so your homework for our next conversation is. Like, for real, be like, I want you to come up with at least one solution to this problem.
Well, I would say in that case, people should take your advice, because definitely don't take mine, because I'm the one that's lost a bunch of damn friends.
Oh, I keep a lot of my friends, but when I let you go, I'll let you go.
Yeah, but it sounds like you're the one letting them go, not them.
No, yeah, it's me.
Yeah.
It's me.
So,
gotta protect my peace. Sorry.
They're the ones letting me go, even though I'm the one sitting there listening to their bullshit.
Because they suck you dry and move on to a new victim. That's what they do. Like, you laughing, but it's literally what they do.
I'm laughing because it's actually true.
Move on to a new victim to suck the life out of.
Yeah, I can't. I've had my share of negatively draining friendships. And friendships, relationships.
Just ships.
Ships.
That crash in the wind. Like, we can't.
And you just leave exhausted. And I'm just like, I just can't deal. And I'm telling you, the amount of times where I've come home after being with some of them friends and just be like, I can't. The draining friend is also the friend that always talks about themselves. You can't never get a word in. And when you do get a word in, they spin it around, turn it right back on to them.
And they're demanding too. Like, you'll go out to eat, they think it's your job to pay. Who said I was paying?
I've been there.
And we all been there. They got the nerve to have standards with your coin. Wait.
Even when we had arrangements, I still end up being the one paying. And Jay can attest to this. I don't mind paying for my friends to eat.
I ain't even gonna say it.
Don't you say it?
I'm not.
Don't you say it.
Say it.
I don't mind paying for my friends to eat. I genuinely don't. I've paid for every single friend I've had, both present and past, to eat before. And they have paid for me too. But if we say that this is not I'm paying for everybody deal, or if we have an arrangement, because I have had arrangements with friends where it's like every other time, we just swap paying. So we go out to eat, I pay, next time you pay. Had that arrangement, was going well for a minute. And then all of a sudden I started noticing every single time I'm the one paying.
You know my rule.
It's never your turn again.
We pay for what I don't even go Dutch. You pay for what you got, and I pay because
you do know that is ugly. Dutch, right?
Oh, that is Dutch.
Yeah.
No, I don't do split. That's what I don't do.
You talking about?
I don't split that check.
Yeah.
I don't split it down the middle. We don't do that. We don't do that. I do if I bought.
Nah, I don't do that split the check shit either because you
I've
always got You always got one motherfucker that wants to
get lobster tails.
Hey, I'm just gonna let you know, I'm that motherfucker that likes to get all the extra shit. But I get all the extra shit knowing full well that you gonna pay for it.
You don't get lobster and think you finna pay for a salad. You be like, oh, let's split it all. You like, I had a cheeseburger and sweet tea. Y'all was doing
You the
stuff.
one spent $80.
I got a burger and tea. My tab is $27.92. I don't know what y'all doing over here, but I'm not part of it.
Not part of it at all.
Talk about if we split it, it'd be $90 a piece. For who? For whom? Because it's not for me.
I'm like, I'm not about to spend more money on food I ain't eat.
Y'all ate that. Y'all can split.
And then you got the motherfucker that also likes to order entrees and stuff for the table.
For everybody. No, ordered,
it ain't.
That was for you. You
Look,
ordered it. You eat it.
I have the mentality. If that order comes out of your mouth,
it's for you.
You paying for it.
If I say I want bougie artichoke dip, that's my bougie artichoke. And don't get mad when I don't share it either, because I ordered it for me.
Yeah.
And if it's for the table, hey, y'all, I'm going to order
something
for the table.
I would never order something for the table. Even if I order it for the table, I would never order it for the table and expect everybody to go in on that. I ordered that for the table.
I opened my mouth and said I wanted it.
I'm like, I don't care if you bought an entree for the table and I had one of your potato skins. I'm not paying for that. You ordered that shit.
Because I told you ate some piece up.
Because you ate some of my damn entree that I bought for the table. I ain't expecting you to pay for it.
Money make people evil, and I'm one of them people.
So is.
I slash your tire. Don't try to play me no damn restaurant. You can be back there washing dishes because I ain't paying for nothing.
I'll tell you, man, maybe we are bad friends, but we're good for each other, apparently.
Well, no, if it's an arrangement, but don't assume my coin is for you.
No, don't. That's what I don't like.
Don't assume
To me, you might as well count my money.
How much we got in here to eat off of? We?
Who is we? I don't even
Me and the Holy Spirit, the only ones that's invited in here in my wallet.
So for real.
No. But people do it.
They do.
They still, when I say they take everything from your ass. They be trying to take your money. They want you to not have no relationships because they want to be your relationship. You can't have no man. Because they going to break that shit up expeditiously. They going to break that shit up.
That's funny.
They're terrible people. You can't tell them that though.
All right, let's get on to the are we wrong? So
according to the webs, we always
we always wrong. And I'm okay with being wrong.
According to Obama's internet, we always
I'm okay with being wrong. Shit. It is what it is.
And it is what it ain't.
Either one. So are we wrong is where we read a scenario.
Yes.
That is sent to us. We see it on the web, whatever. Or
wherever
it
we
could
find
be ours.
Whatever it lands.
And we say if we think the person in it is wrong or right and justify our stance.
Mm-hmm. And
then y'all tell us which one of us is right. Me, Jay, the writer,
both of us, all of us. I don't know.
Who's right, who's wrong? Y'all decide. All right. So
yes,
are we wrong?
Yes, let's read.
This is the story. My best friend and I used to talk almost every day. Send each other memes, random phone calls, just to vent about nothing. But over the last year, she's gotten busier. Mm-hmm. New job, new relationship, trying to protect her peace with air quotes. I get it. Life happens. The thing is, every time I'd reach out, she'd respond hours or days later with something like, sorry, it's been crazy, or let's catch up soon. But soon never came. I'd text again a week later, same pattern. Eventually, I realized I was the only one initiating. A few months ago, I decided to stop reaching out first. Not out of spite, just because I was tired of feeling like I was chasing a friendship that used to be easy. 2 months passed, nothing. No text, no call, no, hey, how you been? Then last week, she texted me, you been quiet. Everything okay? And I wanted to say, yeah, I just been matching your energy. But I didn't. I said, all good, just busy, and left it there.
Shady.
Now part of me feels guilty. Like I could have communicated instead of pulling back. But the other part of me is like, why do I have to explain needing the same effort I give? So am I wrong for going silent instead of saying how I felt, or was I just tired of feeling like the only one trying?
Now, I think it's both. I think she was
said
tired,
the same thing.
But I also think as a grown woman, she could have told a friend like, hey, lately it seems like you've been too busy for me. Am I not a priority anymore? Just be honest. And we can keep it moving.
Yes, I want wholeheartedly agree. I think both of them are, well,
I think old girl just might genuinely be busy.
I don't think the friend is wrong at all. And I say that because
we've both been that friend.
Yeah, I am that friend right now. Like I would think I sent a message and
didn't
be like,
send shit.
Didn't send,
and then days later, sometimes weeks later, be like, oh shit, I thought I sent that.
Thought we had that whole conversation.
Well, this is awkward.
But yeah, I think she's wrong. But you also do run into that a lot. And when I was reading the story initially, I thought she was going to go the route of the friend got mad at her and was like, you don't reach out, blah, blah, blah.
Nope.
Because, I've had that happen to me.
Which is wild. Phone works both ways.
So it was an old friend. And when she stopped talking to me, I was reaching out again. Hey, how's it going? What's going on? You want to do something? Even had the nerve to get mad at me after we made plans for something. And I reached out on the day of and said, hey, are we still on to do this thing? She responded back to me, why you wait till the last minute? I'm like, I'm just making sure we still going. What do you mean? And then finally asked, what's going on? And nothing. We good. Got that 2-3 days later.
That was all I need to know.
So I acted like we was good. I stopped reaching out. I stopped reaching out, stopped communicating. Months go by, I get a text message. You don't never reach out to me. The fuck?
I thought we was over. I thought we wasn't friends no more.
What do you mean?
The way that ended, I thought it was over, ma'am.
I'm gonna need you to go look at that message history.
I thought we weren't friends no more.
Cause what you mean? Why would I reach out to a stranger?
Thought you was the past. Like, what do you mean?
And I was just like, that's wild.
That's an interesting take.
Very interesting take. No,
you could have just said hello.
Hey, how's it going? Been a while. Like this friend did.
You'd have been like, oh damn, I thought we weren't
going. And I think and I'm just gonna say this.
What you finna say?
You might disagree.
What you about to say?
I do think she was being spiteful.
Yeah, she was being. She knew she was being spiteful though. Like she knew it.
She knew she was being spiteful. You wanted to stop reaching out to her because you thought it was gonna hit some emotional trigger for her and make her feel bad, so she started reaching out to you. I'm like, and that's the thing. You start playing these stupid games, you start winning stupid prizes.
You got your feelings hurt because her girl didn't even realize you was mad.
Didn't even realize you was mad, and you now you was sitting there mad all by yourself,
she looking silly. Was just busy.
And I say that as the person that has done that shit before. I've had those what felt like one-sided friendships. I stopped reaching out to see, well, maybe I just stop reaching out, see if they reach out. And then when they never do, be sitting there like, oh, so they don't give a fuck about me then, huh?
What am I, chopped liver?
Chopped fucking liver. Don't nobody want that shit.
Tastes like pennies.
That's the point. It is iron, isn't it? But I'm like, you have to stop playing these games with your friends. If they are a friend that you actually want in your life, stop playing games with them and go talk to them.
With her. Be honest with her. Be like, hey, girl, feeling kind of neglected over here. She's like, oh, my bad.
And if she said to you, we need to do something soon,
how come you didn't suggest nothing? That was your role.
You ain't say that you sent her something saying, hey, what about this Saturday?
Because if she texts you like, hey, let's hang out soon, and you had no rebuttal, that's really your bad.
Yeah, because didn't it say that after she said that she didn't say nothing?
Yeah, like, well, that's your bad then. If anything, the other friend feel like you neglecting her, and you think she neglecting you. This is why conversation is important.
Yeah, she say she never. Well, she doesn't say she never reaches out, but she says
she was waiting for the girl to come back.
She says. The friend says, let's catch up soon. And then she says, soon never happens. And then I'll text again a week later. It's like, well, what did you expect her to do? You never can. She said, that was your invitation to go.
Oh, I'm free on Saturday. Are you free on Saturday?
Or at the very least, yeah, let's catch up. Let's do something. Because then she could have came back and was like, oh, okay, well, what you doing on this day? That's usually my response.
Because to me, if somebody's busy, I would throw out a date like, hey, I'm free on Saturday. Are you free on Saturday? And then they can, now if she ignore you after that, she ain't fucking with you.
Yeah, she ain't fucking with you. But you set that up. So I'm like, you could have easily been like, oh, okay, well, what about a month from now? Because now that's what I do. With people that tell me they busy, I don't go like, oh, okay, well, what about this weekend? You just told me you busy.
I don't care. I'm going to find out. You can tell me no, okay, when are you free again?
I usually try to go out a month because I'm like, usually people ain't got plans out that far. So I'll go at least a couple weeks.
Nope.
But I always, if somebody tell me they busy and they say we should do something, I always follow it up with, oh, when are you free? Usually that's what I'll say. When are you free? Or I'll send them a date.
And she didn't do neither one.
Neither one. So what did you expect?
You was expecting the busy friend to reach out to your unbusy ass. That's crazy.
Maybe that's the issue. Maybe you just not busy enough.
Maybe.
But
we devil's advocate. We on both sides.
Literally. But here's the other thing though. That's that unspoken expectations thing too.
That fuck everybody up.
It's like, if you have expectations of people, one, I don't think a full-grown adult should have or at least not many expectations of another full-grown adult. But if you are going to have expectations from somebody, you need to communicate that.
Because if they don't know, they can't live up to these expectations, they do not know are there.
I'm telling you that, Jade saying that's how you end up crying in the corner somewhere.
You in the corner crying?
I'm telling you, it's like...
And then the friend that you trying to piss off offer you a tissue, then you get even more
mad. Or...
They don't care at all.
The friend you trying to piss off, you open Instagram and see they been at some bar with another friend, and now you're even more mad because now you feel even more neglected because that friend actually did give them a date and said, hey, what about this date we can hang out?
And look at
that could have been you.
dancing in Too Short at a bar. And you over here all alone.
Blow the whistle.
So, and you over there alone.
I'm just like, people need to speak up. I don't understand this. Like, I'm telling you right now, Jade, if that was you, because let's be for real, you don't make plans.
I sure don't. I go with the wind.
It's your friends that makes the plan and invite you.
Sometimes I do it.
Well, I will say this. Jay has never made a plan with me. I've made the plans and invited her.
Be on shit. It is not me.
Hey, I didn't say I didn't be on
like,
shit.
I don't know. I'm like, fine then. Fine. You pick it up then. Shit, I see you on Saturday. I don't got time for this.
And honestly, I think that's the biggest reason why is because we are more spontaneous.
Yeah, most of our best times are when we just sitting there like, hey,
let's go do this.
Let's go to Kentucky tomorrow.
Yeah. Like, we'll usually have plans to hang out, but we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, we don't.
But at the same time, but I also know you're a busy person, just like I'm a busy person. So if I was to message you, which has happened before, I'm like, hey, you want to do XYZ? Nope, I can't. Either I'm going to be like, okay. Or I'm going to go, well, what about this week? And then you usually like, sounds good.
Here we go.
So I'm like, but if you was to all of a sudden be like, nope, I'd be like, all right, Jade, what's going on?
I don't like your suggestion.
But
I would say something though. I wouldn't be, I hate this bitch now and we not friends because I don't like her food choice.
Exactly. But even if you just left it at a no, we both are people that think no is a complete sentence. You said what you needed to say.
The answer is no.
The answer is no. But at the same time, I'm not going to be sitting at home thinking, well, she clearly just don't got time for her friends. I'm not a priority for her no more. Just sitting over here just mad as hell at you.
Big Mac mad by yourself.
Because that's my thing. I refuse to be mad by myself.
You so petty. You got to have somebody with you.
If you piss me off, I got to make you mad too. Because I ain't going to be the only one sitting in this feeling. You going to be at home mad too.
And I won't. That's why people hate my guts. Like I said, why they mad, I am the person at the bar listening to Too Short. And they are pissed because I am living my best life while you mad. Like, y'all
yeah, shit, if I can't make you mad, I'm going to make somebody mad.
Can't wrinkle me.
But, like I said, I wouldn't be sitting at home wondering what's going on, why Jay won't do nothing with me. Because first of all, I'm going to go do it anyway, whether you with me or not.
Because we the same. I don't got no problem being alone.
Not a singular one. You don't want to go to Buc-ee's with me this weekend? Okay. I bet I still go.
Because you know good damn well I'm going to go some goddamn Buc-ee's. You know good and well.
That's the other thing that I think people need to get comfortable doing things by themselves.
Act like it'll kill them. Like even weird stuff like going out to eat. Like, what you mean you ain't never went to a restaurant by yourself?
There are legit people that refuse to go eat by themselves.
I'm hungry, whether I'm with guests or alone. I'm eating.
Look, call me selfish if you want to. I prefer to go eat by myself.
Why?
Because, and honestly, I don't mind it when I'm with you or any of my other friends. But I don't once I'm done eating, let's go. What am I sitting here for?
Luckily, because we both fat asses have the same thought. We like, well, food's gone.
The food is gone.
What we doing now?
The whole reason we came here.
I just hate when you got to wait on the waitress. You be like, God, I'm ready to go.
That's why I've gotten into the habit of when they drop off my food.
Give me my check when you give me this food.
Where do I pay? Yeah, give me my check now so that I can pay.
One time me and Victor was held hostage. We were like, I am 2 seconds from dining and dashing. And not because I'm terrible, because they won't come back.
Story time.
Have you dined and dashed?
Yes, I have dined and dashed before.
You're a criminal.
I'm not going to say what restaurant.
Please don't.
But and to this day, I blame that damn server. I blame the
Is
server.
that what happened? They take too long and you just left?
Yes. And the thing, it wasn't even that they took too long. She walked past us like 3 times and we tried to flag her down.
I would have left too at that point. Like, I tried to pay this check.
It was 3 of us. And we was out drinking and stuff. And we went to this one bar, got us some Long Island iced teas, which should tell you where we went.
Yeah.
And we had like maybe 2-3 Long Island iced teas, and we had some breadsticks, which should definitely tell you where we went.
And I would definitely leave after the Long Islands and breadsticks. It's time to go home.
It was crowded in there, so we didn't just up and leave. And the server was walking past us, and we kept going, excuse me, lifting the hand, waving.
Universal.
Literally. And she would never stop to take our money. So we was just like, you know what, we leaving. I'm leaving. I'm gone. I'm not staying here.
We've been here for 30 minutes
literally trying to give you my money.
You don't want it then.
You don't. So I'm gonna keep my money. But also they kicked us out one time too. So that's my refund for that drink I didn't get to drink. I was so fucking mad. Because my friend was too drunk.
Kicked all y'all out.
Kicked all of us out.
I'm like, what? I'm not drunk.
I mean, I was, but you couldn't tell.
But drunk, you was gonna say you not drunk.
Right.
I'm not drunk. And that's how you sound.
But yeah, I dined and dashed at that place, and I was just like, I have no regrets of it. And to me, that server did that.
If I tried to get...
we tried to pay them. Each one of us tried to pay.
Because me and Victor, we almost did. We was like, I said, if we here for another 10 minutes, we getting the hell out of here. Once I'm done eating, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here no more.
And one thing I love to do, and honestly, what I would suggest people to do, if you have an interest in dining by yourself, try breakfast. Breakfast is always
very low key. There's plenty of people alone at breakfast. There's always people alone at breakfast. It's
very low key. You could find a really nice hole in the wall breakfast joint that got some bomb food that probably ain't gonna have a ton of people. For me, that was Blueberry Hill.
Yeah.
Was rarely a lot of people in there. And
food was good.
And when it was people 60 and up.
Yeah, it was old people.
Literally.
It was MCO, but for breakfast.
Exactly. And I could go in there, have me a nice French toast plate with some eggs and a nice little lemonade all by myself. I would take a book and I would just read.
And they don't rush you out because they used to old people. So they don't rush you out.
And one thing old people gonna do is sit there.
And talk. But they already paid though. They literally just there. Taking up a table for 10.
And that's the other reason I don't get why people just sit in restaurants like that. Because I'm like, these servers need this table. With their money. I'm like, they need this table so that they can keep bringing in money. It's not like we're like overseas and stuff where it's not the tipping culture. They are depending on this. So
they get paid little to nothing an hour.
Literally little to nothing. Like when I worked at Longhorn as a hostess, I was only making like $2 and some change an hour.
Living off tips.
That's what you're living off of. So the longer you sit at that table, the less money, I mean, quite literally, the less money they have to bring in potential. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, the quicker you can get up and leave once you're done eating. If you still want to hang out, go hang
in the parking lot.
A lot of people will hang out in the parking lot.
Just leave.
But just leave. Go back to one of y'all house. If y'all that cool that y'all sitting there eating together, I would assume that y'all cool enough to go to each other's house.
Or just go somewhere else.
Literally. Go to I don't know. Where do adults hang out when they not at home?
Bars.
Go to a bar.
I love a good hole in the wall.
I love a good hole in the wall bar. We ain't been to a hole in the wall bar in a minute.
I want to go somewhere I'm like, they don't need to know me. No one will ever find me.
And will never know me unless I become a regular.
And start taking my top off.
You wouldn't do that now.
Would I?
I mean,
I wouldn't.
I think if you weren't married with kids,
I used to do that when my stomach was flat. That's not behavior I do now.
I mean, I think if you weren't married with kids, your stomach probably still would be flat.
I blame them.
So that's why I said That's why I said I think you still would be taking your top off in a bar. I wouldn't, because I've never had a flat stomach.
The stomach gave me bravery. The flat stomach gave me bravery. I would never in my life. It's not even that I think I'm above it. I just wouldn't do. Well, now I'm married, so I can't do things of that nature.
Victor would snatch you up so quick.
It's just disrespectful.
It is. It's incredibly disrespectful.
Because if Victor was showing his nipple to everybody, I'd be mad.
Did you see where that bride, for her wedding pictures, like on the day of the wedding, taking pictures, you know how you take pictures with the groomsmen and you take pictures with your bridesmaids and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so her wedding dress, very nice wedding dress, very pretty, but the slit on it goes up really high.
Okay.
Really high. And she thought that it was a great idea that during the pictures with, not just with her bridesmaids, but with the groomsmen too, with her now husband in the pictures too, to just open up that dress at that split.
Why?
Who the hell knows?
What? And show what? Her clam knuckle? Like, what are we?
Her what?
You ain't her clam knuckle?
No. I thought you said clown knuckle.
No, clam knuckle.
I've never heard either of them, but clown knuckle was just crazy.
Nobody better not refer to my stuff as no clown knuckle.
That's why I was like, her what? Clown knuckle?
What was the purpose?
Exactly.
What were they showcasing?
Her stuff. You could see her underwear and stuff. And I was just like, what
was the point of that?
She thought it was fun. Thought it was just funny to do. If I was her husband, I would have said, okay, well, this marriage will be nullified. You clearly make questionable decisions.
How that's cute or anything.
It's not cute. But at the same time, because I was seeing people reacting to it, and they were talking about some, they was ragging on the girl, talking about how bad of an idea that is and how terrible she is and blah, blah, blah. My stance on it personally is, if your husband if your husband is okay with that and you are okay with that, do it.
It's not even about the whole clam knuckle. It's just the fact that I think it doesn't make sense. That I can't wrap my brain around.
It doesn't make sense.
But
at the same time,
what was the purpose?
It doesn't make sense. But at the same time, if that's what you want to do at your wedding and your husband is okay with you doing that, who am I to say you shouldn't?
It would have made more sense for the groom and the bride to take steamy pictures by themselves than to, because I've seen that and I'm like, oh, this shit hot. Than to have.
I mean, I agree with you. But at the same time, my stance on it is that is your wedding and your husband.
And this is me.
If he's okay with that, great for you guys.
This me clutching my pearls.
But it couldn't be me. And as the husband, couldn't be me. Because why would you do that? In what world does that even make sense? Because now I'm going to question why I married you, because you thought that was a good idea.
I don't think it did. She never get waxed and just was feeling herself. I don't know.
Who knows? Who the F knows?
And why was your split so high? This ain't prom, bitch. This your wedding. But that's me.
I just had the stance on, let the girl live. If that's how she want to live her life.
And my brain just can't wrap around that it's not even
But it doesn't make sense.
It's not a good idea. I don't care if you're to be a whore or be one, but that doesn't even make sense. That's what bothered me the most about that.
But anywho,
I'm gonna look it up now. I'm gonna look it up now because now I want to know. How tacky was it?
So we went on a tangent there, but let us know if you think who you think is right when it comes to
we went on a far
the busy friend. Do you think the friend was right and to stop messaging the friend instead of talking to her? Do you think she was actually being spiteful by not reaching out? Like, let us know your thoughts and send us your own. All right.
Yes.
This was called In My Opinion. Okay. This is where we take a statement that we find wherever and we just give our opinion on it.
Okay.
Okay? I'm going to let you go first on this one.
Hold on. Hold on. Okay. This is going to tie in to the previous topic.
Okay.
I'm going to be messy with this.
Uh-oh.
Okay. In my opinion, not everyone who says they're protecting their peace actually is.
What you think they doing then?
I don't, because some people really are protecting their boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Some people just find it a nice way to weed motherfuckers out. Now, I didn't want to say that in the last one.
Okay.
But that's my, like, are you really?
Why can't it be both?
Because I think it's the same thing as girl avoiding the conversation. It's just the other person avoiding the conversation. Like, ooh, I'm so busy. You're not busy. You just are avoiding them. And this is a nice way.
So you're saying they're telling themselves that it's protecting their peace, and they didn't actually tell that person is protecting their peace. Because I was coming at it from the stance of they had the conversation, and the conversation was they were telling this person, yeah, we're done because I'm protecting my peace.
No.
Oh, you're saying like, oh, they sitting at home, the other person still think they friends and stuff, and they like, nah, I never plan to reach out to this person again. I'm protecting my peace.
And when she reach out to me, I'm gonna say I'm busy and I'm protecting my peace. I just don't like it no more.
Oh, so you coming from the busy friend?
Yeah,
the busy. Okay, I see what you saying.
Is now the culprit. She is the one.
Plot twist.
Plot twist. I'm messy. So, she's the one. That's just a ruse. That girl ain't busy. She go to school online. So it's like,
hold on. You go to school online,
and I got time for everything.
Look, I went to school online and I was busy.
I am busy, but I got time for everything. As you see, I got time for shit.
Cause when I got into my last year and it was online, I actually told my friends, you probably won't see or hear from me much until I graduate.
Honestly, how I still have my sanity behooves me.
And that's how I kept, and that's exactly how I kept mine. Because I was like, I'm not about to stress myself out trying to figure out how I'm going to balance my last school year, my full-time job, and my friends.
And I be doing it. But the thing is, I'm not going to lie and say I'm protecting my peace or I'm busy. If I don't want to hang out with you, I'm going to go.
No.
I just honestly don't feel like it. Not personal. I'm fighting for my life and I just don't want to.
I'm fighting for my life. Yeah, I would agree with that. Some people do use it as an
avoidance tactic.
It's a cop out.
Yeah, they're like, no, I don't want to cause conflict. She ain't really done nothing to me. I just don't.
But here's the thing: literally every time you think you're not causing conflict, you're
causing conflict. You cause more conflict by avoiding the conflict
or attempting to avoid the conflict. I'm like, you're
still less conflict just to say it.
Just tell them how you feel. And I say that as the person that has not done that before, and then sitting there wondering why we into it.
Girl, you know I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
I'm like, you kind of annoy me a little bit as of late. Still love you.
Yeah, but like I said before, your friends are allowed to annoy you because that's just a human thing. You are going to be annoyed.
Damn extent. You are not in the
now when they're just constantly annoying you and there's never a break from that, then maybe you just don't like this person as much as you thought you did.
About to be Dennis the Menace and I'm the neighbor. We are not doing that. That poor man was every day annoyed by that badass little boy. What was the neighbor's name?
I don't remember. I don't even know how you got to Dennis the Menace.
Because he annoying as shit. Oh. That's how. Little boy was terrible. I hated his guts.
I loved Dennis the Menace.
Oh, he was so damn. I said, why don't nobody whip his ass? I hate this damn little boy.
Well, I got one that's on that topic too. In my opinion, cutting people off too fast does not show growth. It doesn't. And I say that as the person that's been cut off. Like, I'm sick and tired of people cutting me off and not saying shit to me. It's like, maybe if you speak up, maybe you would have kept a friend. And then the last time it happened, I tried to reach out and figure out what the hell is going on. And still ended up getting cut off. Even after being told we good.
Cut off. Sorry, that's from Pitch Perfect.
I'm like, I don't know what this is. So fucking unserious. But I'm like, do people like, I get it. Sometimes you do have to cut people off. Like, snip, snip, you're done.
But they know, everyone sees it coming. The person getting snipped, you. In those situations, everyone knows it's coming.
But to have somebody that still thinks we good, but you the whole time is like, I don't talk to her no more. It's like, what you mean?
What she do?
Exactly. Does she know she did something?
I like her. Like,
right. So I'm like, people
you finally get a friend I like, you heifer.
And I guess this is really what my opinion is. People seem to think that it's a flex when they say they got rid of certain people. And I'm like, that's not the flex you think it is. All that tells me is that you probably are the person that's not loyal to anybody at any point for any reason.
And that's why I don't trust nobody. I don't keep nobody with me. I don't have no close circle. In my mind, I go, that's because people don't fuck with you, not because you don't fuck with people. That's because people don't fuck with you.
And I just be thinking to myself, you must be miserable. Like, everybody, I'm not saying you need 30, 40, 50 friends. I'm not saying that. But everybody needs at least one friend. Somebody that you can go to, whether it's just to laugh, whether it's just to talk about your day. You need somebody, whether that's your husband, you need somebody that's your friend.
Humans do. Remember in, what was that movie?
You
with Wilson the dodgeball?
Wilson!
You need somebody.
Castaway.
Because he didn't have a friend, he made a friend. Because we need friends. That shit was sad. I might watch that movie.
You got a friend in me.
I want to watch Castaway now.
I will not. I don't know why people like to rewatch these sad ass movies. I don't understand that. Those are one and dones for me.
No, I'm gonna watch it and cry. Wilson. As you know, I watched Coco the other day.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, Mama, go, remember, please.
No,
I love it.
Those types of movies are one and done for me. I'm not gonna keep watching that. Why would I want to keep watching that sad ass movie?
I don't know. To feel human.
I feel human. Like, I do. Trust me, I don't feel anything other than human.
Them. Oh, I love them.
That don't mean I don't like the movie. I like the movie. I love the movie Castaway, but I don't want to watch it again.
It's those war movies I can't watch.
I won't even watch those the first time.
I don't watch them at all.
No.
I don't like war movies. They're so... I know war is sad. Like, don't call me an idiot. I know war is sad.
Don't call me an idiot.
But it just... I can't.
We've already been called idiots on this podcast.
Girl, we have been, like I said, everything but a child of God is what we've been.
Would you say ugly, dusty, crusty, and musty?
Because for real.
Like, look. Hey,
we've been everything but a silverback, like I said.
Hey, and so somebody, we probably been that, especially me, because I'm the bigger one of the two.
It don't matter. My gut be folding over way more than yours too.
But yeah, people just need to. Like I said, that's not the flex you think. If you are a person that likes to talk about how, oh yeah, I dropped that person, I dropped this person, but you can't never even really explain what they did, and you wasn't even willing to have a conversation with them,
and you ain't even happy about it. You're not.
That's my thing. I think any friendship that you are just willing to drop with no word to that friend, that was never your friend to begin with. You can't convince me it was. Because if you cared anything about that friendship, you would have been wanting to have a conversation with that person to see, well, what happened? How can we rectify this? Because I care about the friendship and I don't want the friendship to end. So if you are just so okay with the friendship just being like, I wash my hands of it. Now, granted, that doesn't mean like, oh, she slept with your husband or something. Then yeah, the friendship is just done. And she
wash that girl away.
She knows the friendship is done.
Wash that girl.
Like, come on now. You don't need to have the conversation. The conversation was when you caught her with your man.
That's it.
Right.
That's all.
But if y'all always hanging out, there has been no apparent downfall, but yet you stop talking to them, it's like you never cared about that friend in the first place.
Why'd you pretend to be their friend?
Exactly. If you are okay with just dropping your friends, now this don't include those friends that you only known her for 6 months. Okay, drop her ass. Who gives a fuck? You only known her for 6 months.
Well, damn, she still can get something.
She could get it was nice knowing you.
God dang.
Like, girl, y'all probably still ain't even been to each other's house yet.
Maybe they have. Some people, they meet and they're instant best friends, and it's a whirlwind romance of friendship.
Well, I would say it depends on the person. She's right. Jade's right. But at the same time, if the friendship is just starting, okay, y'all don't really have no ties to each other. I could understand a little more with you just letting it just fade away.
But I feel the opposite. If there's no ties, why couldn't you tell the truth?
I mean, it's not necessarily not telling the truth, but at the same time, it's like, do I owe you that?
I just be like, hey.
I just stopped texting you.
I just like, hey.
Because at that point, I'm like, here's my stance on it. Let's just say it's only been a couple months. We've been knowing each other. We hung out a couple times. We texted a couple times. It's like, I'm not involved in your life that me fading away is really going to impact you that much.
Well, if you do the gradual fade, that's different.
Yeah. When me and you started being friends, we wasn't texting each other so often that if I stopped messaging you at all, that you would have been like, Jocelyn ain't messaged me in a while. Girl, we message each other maybe once a month.
Well, I seen you at work. I didn't need to message you.
I mean, even when you left.
We showed it every now and again. I'm like, oh, hey.
Literally. So if I had just never reached out to you, you wouldn't have thought anything of that.
Every time, like, no, what's she up to?
You would have saw me in a Kroger one day and be like, look, I just saw Jocelyn.
Yeah. But then we would start talking again because I would have seen you. That's how life go.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, you have those friends where it's just like,
Well, nothing really happened. So you just,
yeah.
Just
but
fade away.
If you've been friends for a year or more, give that person something so that they don't be like, okay, I thought we was cool. What happened?
Give me my candles back, bitch.
Well, I ain't that petty. I ain't gonna try to take the candles back because I'm pretty sure you done used them by now.
No, if you didn't, I give out all type of gifts. You just don't want those type of gifts.
Because they all Bath and Body Works. I don't use Bath and Body Works. I would be so fucking mad at you. Because when you first came over here, you gave me Bath and Body Works hand soap.
Yeah.
And if we would have fell out and you told me to give you that damn Bath and Body Works,
that used ass hand
I would have been like, yo, petty, cheap, broke ass. No, damn well you got 60 containers of Bath and Body Works at home.
I know, not a used gift.
I don't know. Your ass is petty enough just to do it.
I don't want your used candle.
You wouldn't use it. You probably take that shit and then throw it in the garbage.
You can't have it.
I could see you doing that petty ass shit.
No, I don't like eucalyptus like that. It was more your flavor.
Which I don't know how you knew that because I don't have anything other than that's eucalyptus in here.
I was like, because all the other stuff was too frou-frou, I was like, she don't want no ginger snap shit.
Ginger snap.
I was like, this one seems the most appropriate. At least I came with a gift.
You did. You are right. You did. You are right. I'm with you when you're right. Because no one else did.
You always
They
give
came
the
ready
host
to
a
eat.
gift. You give the host
They
a
came
gift.
ready to eat. But yeah, I think people need to take their friendships a little more seriously than they do, and stop treating people like they are just disposable, because
they're not.
They're not. And then and here's the craziest part. When it's turned around on them,
oh, they're such victims.
They're such victims. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh,
so you know it was messed up there because you did it to others, but nobody can do
now
that
that
to
damn
you.
shoe is on the other foot.
Feeling mighty tight. Don't like that.
No, it ain't feeling mighty tight. They mad because it actually fits like a fucking glove.
You know what I'm saying? It's feeling tight on that foot. You thought it wasn't gonna be that bad. And it is.
But anywho, that's our little rant about friendships. Hopefully, it helps some people.
Because we gonna be ranting.
Look, at this point, that's what this whole podcast is.
It's not. We have conversations.
We do. But here's the thing, Jay.
It is not.
The fact that our conversations bleed over into each other, meaning we talk over each other, it just turns into a big ass rant.
Look, we've been working on that. We have yet been working on that. Look, we heard
people told us they like our little what they call it? Talking sessions.
But it's how people talk. When you're real friends, you don't politely wait.
You really? And literally, I was like,
you don't.
I can't think of a friendship where, unless we were like talking about like something serious, where we didn't end up talking over each other.
Well, know why? Because I know what you finna say, and you know what I'm finna say. We don't need to finish it. I already know what you about to say.
The amount of times where you tried to finish my sentence,
and I was wrong,
and I go, well, that's not what I was finna say,
and I still keep doing it. Gosh,
I was like, we are so chaotic.
But it's fun.
I don't mind our chaoticness. Is that even a word? It's a word today. Word of the day, chaoticness.
I think it is. Look it up.
I'm not looking it up because I don't care if it's a word or not.
I'm gonna look it up.
It's a word to me.
I'm gonna see if my phone can finish it.
Just like you still say conversate.
I say what I want to say.
Exactly. I say what I want to say. I want to say chaoticness.
Let me see.
And apparently we got the Careless Whisper song wrong. Apparently it's Careless Whisper, not Careless Whisperer.
When the fuck did I ever say it was
I said Careless Whisperer.
I thought it was Careless Whisper.
I said, I think my R just came out a little too strong. And it sounded like I said Careless Whisperer. But whatever.
Chaoticness is not a word.
I knew it wasn't a word. And I made it a word. Word of the day. Chaoticness. Use it.
Don't use it. It's not real.
Look. I bet they understand what you mean. Oh, you got it the other day.
What you mean?
When you said,
oh yeah.
So we did we had somebody on the episode, and I was talking about how a teacher back in the day said I disrespected her, said I didn't speak to her, whatever. And Jay's response was, "Don't got to." And she's like, "And you don't got to." And some very pleasant person on the internet.
Oh, don't you?
Took it upon himself to correct us, to help us out, because we don't know how to speak proper English. So thank you to whomever you are.
Here's the thing. We know it's not proper English when we're speaking it. We're not confused.
We're really not. I'm sorry that it is a show with friends on it, and we are a little more lackadaisical with how we speak.
I don't speak this way at work.
Like, trust me, we are not at our professional job
saying I don't got to. I know better than that.
We are with friends
when we say that.
That's why when Jay says conversate, even though it makes my eye twitch,
I don't do it at work.
She doesn't do that at work.
It's converse at work.
Because that's the actual word. Just like you.
Now, sometimes it slips out.
When you talking to somebody you cool with at work.
No,
yes.
I done slipped up. Now they think I'm stupid. Oh, no.
Then you got to recover. Yes. But that's why you will also never hear me say at work, chaoticness.
We would never.
So again,
I would call something a circus before I say chaoticness at work.
So again, to that lovely viewer that is not a follower, thank you for pointing out that don't got to is not proper English. We did not know.
I hate you.
These two women.
I hate you.
With college level education had no idea that don't got to was not proper English. So I appreciate you for that. I really do. Really do.
It low-key irritated me.
Really
I
do.
said all the stuff we talked about in that episode.
That's what you took from this.
That's what I was like, out of all of the things when we talked about a pretty good variety of stuff. We had some hot takes. And that's what you took from that whole 2-hour conversation.
Don't got to. I mean, the things that people get from our content.
That low-key made me mad. I said, so you ain't gonna talk about the toupees or anything. You just gonna talk about.
So we ain't gonna talk about the woman that was going through it and felt like she was abandoning her family because she wanted to sit outside for an hour.
Nobody would talk about that. They want to talk about the fact that I deliberately chose. Because it has better emphasis. That's why I do it.
Yeah.
It hits with a twang.
Well, my dumb ass didn't realize what she was saying, and my stupid ass commented on it all happy and shit. And then a couple hours later, I was thinking about it. I said, hold on, I think she meant that as an insult.
And I seen your comment. I said, what the hell she say that for?
I was like, well,
thank you. I said, did she say thank you?
I think I said, I forget what the fuck. I didn't say thank you. But
it was very nice. I was mad.
It was very nice.
I said, why she do that?
Because I honestly, it was like 6:00 in the morning. I had responded to it before I even got out of bed.
I didn't even get a chance to see it. And you already commented. It's like, God dang it, Johnson.
So yeah, we get a lot of comments in our stuff. And we get a lot of negative. And you know what? We should have an episode. Have you heard about how Kanye came up with the betrayal list?
No.
I think he had Patrick on there from SpongeBob on his betrayal list. We should come up with a girl's perspective betrayal list.
What, just the people that talk crazy?
No, because honestly, YouTube and TikTok would be on it.
Why?
For different reasons. YouTube, I don't know why I didn't think this, but YouTube is a lot more negative than I thought it would be.
Because that's where all the old people go.
I thought TikTok, Instagram.
No, that's where the youth are. No.
But if you ask people, because we give hot takes on here, but if you ask people, it's the youth that's always getting mad about stuff. No. It's the youth that can't take you giving your opinion on stuff that don't line up with theirs. So if you ask them, they're the ones that do that. So by that logic, I'd be like, okay, yeah, TikTok is probably gonna be where we get the most negativity.
Old people think that their opinions matter. And this is where they mess up. They live in this world where someone actually gives a damn with how they feel, and no one does. But they think if they have a thought, someone should care about it. And no
Didn't
one
we
cares.
literally just bring that up in a couple episodes ago?
Probably.
Where I said I think us as a human, as human beings, meaning every person on the planet for the most part, we seem to have this mentality that our opinions matter.
And they don't.
And don't get me wrong, because I know
they don't in a broad sense.
Because let me say this though. Before people start coming for us, because that episode, as of the recording of this, that episode hasn't come out, and I'm just anticipating the comments we're gonna get.
Shut up. That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm not saying shut up. Say whatever you gotta say. But whoever comments on it and says, ain't that funny coming from people that's giving their opinions on the podcast? I ain't say we was exempt. We are also people that think our opinions matter, because if we didn't think our opinion mattered, we wouldn't have a podcast giving our opinions.
Here's the thing, though.
We just not gonna get mad.
I don't attack motherfuckers with my opinion.
No.
I do not go somewhere where I know my opinion is different from the space I'm going and try to argue with them or talk crazy because I feel like my opinion is better. We don't do such things.
Here's the thing about giving
unsolicited advice.
Unsolicited, that's what that unsolicited is. Advice. But here's the thing about giving getting mad when someone gives an opinion on something. It gives nothing but the impression that you are, or you apply to whatever that opinion was. If I sat here and said, that man is so fucking ugly, he looks like an old crusty dusty toe. Mm-hmm. And then somebody gets in the comments and be like, how dare you say this and this? I'm like, okay, so are you the crusty toe that I'm talking about?
And you know how I feel. Okay, Cinderella, because that's what I'm gonna call you, because that shoe fit. Like, keep on.
That's all it says to me.
If we talk about deadbeat mothers and somebody get in the comment, I'm like,
how dare you say that?
I didn't say that about you. Okay.
I'm like, I don't even know you, user 1234's ABCD.
Sorry to your kids, because obviously you a deadbeat. So it's like,
I'm like, you something must be triggering that for you.
Yeah.
So it must apply to you.
But it's crazy. If I'm online and somebody says something that triggers me, I go, ooh, why you mad? I do not go to the comments and start talking crazy.
I'm not letting nobody online trigger me. I'm sorry.
Because if I'm watching a video and I start feeling some way, I go, is this anger? What am I mad about? And I sit there and think about it and go,
I genuinely cannot think of a time where I saw something online and I was just genuinely got upset about it. I don't care enough about somebody's opinion that I've never met a day in my life.
Because some people, they're trolls. They go on the internet just to be trolls. They know what they're saying is bullshit. They just want to piss people off for views, because a lot of people get views from pissing people off.
Yes.
So they say stuff.
I will say I care more. I will say there is a difference now that we have this podcast. I care a little more about what people that actually follow us have to say. I care a little more about what people that actually engage with our content.
Well, yeah, we care about them.
Yeah, we care about them. But if you some random, like the person that got on there and said, don't got to, and somebody.
You don't even watch our show. I don't care about you.
One short. Okay. No, it wasn't proper English. You don't follow us. So why do you matter?
You not nobody I care about. Sounds harsh, but it's like you aren't.
I don't think it sounds harsh. Just like, honestly, I don't even expect our followers to, at this point, because we're still new, they still don't really know us. I don't expect you to care about me that much. Do I expect you to care about me in the sense of like, hope the show alive?
At least,
yeah. But I don't expect you to care at this point, if this show ended today, that it would just be like, oh my God, I miss a girl's perspective.
They might though. Don't sleep on us. They might be sad.
I'm not saying they won't be. I'm just saying I'm not expecting it. I want everybody to be sad if you don't see my face come up on your screen no more, or hear my voice come through your speakers. Be mad. Cause a riot.
Be sad.
Be mad. Shoot. Calls a riot and say, we demand a girl's perspective come back.
And we gonna be in our house in our pajamas like, oh, okay. This was a nice
Depending break. On why I ended it.
This was a nice break.
Nah, because if we ended it for an actual, I'd be like, I ain't going back.
Well, no, if we ended it for some real shit, we like, loved you. Move
Maybe
on.
I'll start something else.
Rewatch them episodes.
You sure better, unless I take them down.
Rewatch them. Don't be childish.
I wouldn't take them down. I wouldn't take them down. That's particular. No, I'm not taking them down.
So wasted. Why would you do such a silly thing?
Yeah. Honestly, I'll probably rewatch them. I watch our episodes.
Yeah, we gotta watch them.
I watch them. I don't see nothing wrong with it. But I did want to talk about something that by the time this episode comes out, it'd be too late. But, better late than never.
What is it?
Did you know that October is British Black History Month?
Is it?
I learned that on TikTok this week. The more you know. So she should put a rainbow right there. But yeah, apparently, because we're recording this episode on October 17th. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, it won't air until November 5th. Mm-hmm. But so, it'll be over for you guys by then. But happy belated Black History Month to you guys.
Yay!
That's the UK in them, right? I'm bad with geography.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, if you're in the UK, happy Black History Month.
Yay!
Hope you did it big. Celebrate it.
But now I want to research
this. Yeah, because I'm like, I do want to research British Black history.
Because what is?
They don't teach about other countries' Black history.
Girl, they barely teach ours and we here.
But the crazy thing is they'll learn about ours there.
Ooh, we shady. We are not good friends as a country.
Well, duh. Why do you think most countries hate the U.S.?
They do hate
us. Yeah.
And I told you if I travel out the country, I'm going to put a Canadian sticker on my stuff.
Oh, my God. Yeah, everybody loves Canada.
Everyone loves
Everybody loves Canada.
They're like sweet. No one hates them.
Everybody loves Canada. Yeah. You know what? You're right. That's the only country that I can think of that I can't ever recall ever hearing about them getting any hate.
The only hate they receive is Drake.
Oh, yeah. Drake did get a lot of that.
He fucked it up for them. They had a good record.
China gets hate. Japan gets hate. Korea gets hate.
North and South.
UK gets hate. Dang. Canada, they like, nah, we fucks with Canada.
People like Canada.
I did say that, I would consider living there.
I wish it wasn't so cold, but it's cold.
Yeah, I'm not going.
But it's way colder.
Yeah, I'm
like,
I ain't going up there to be that cold though. I'd much rather move to South Korea.
Where would I move? I don't know.
Yeah, I'd much rather move to South Korea to be 100% with you.
We know America's a cesspool, but where would I go?
Their weather is similar to where we are now.
I can go anywhere.
Can I do a makes my ass itch?
Sure.
So, as we all know, I work from home now.
Yes.
Every day, now 365 days. Well, not counting holidays.
You just in your house.
In my house. So, for lunch, what I've been doing is I've been going to Chick-fil-A, getting a chicken sandwich, but I've been eating there because Chick-fil-A knows how to do it right. They let you place that order online. All you gotta do is scan your table
and it'll
QR
show
code,
up.
And there you go. You ain't gotta talk to not a soul, nothing but to say thank you. That's it. More restaurants needs to do that. I don't want to talk to nobody. So, a couple of days ago, I go to Chick-fil-A to get my chicken sandwich. And I'm sitting at the table and I'm eating. And maybe other restaurants do this too, and I just don't know because I've never actually worked at a fast food restaurant. But the table in front of me has what I would assume is the manager and assistant manager, and they're doing an interview
right next to you,
literally at the table in front of
all
me.
them tables.
I mean, well, it was also a lot of people there, so most of the tables was taken.
Well, they had slim pickings, hey. But don't they got offices?
That's what I'm saying. Why are they not in the manager's office doing the interview?
Why are they out?
Why
when it's busy? Like, y'all could have made this at a different time.
Whether it's busy or not, why are you doing this interview in front of customers, period?
Do they not have? I know they got an office back there. They have to.
Have to. So, like, if you work at Chick-fil-A, used to work at Chick-fil-A, or do other fast food restaurants do this too? Because, like I said, I've never been on an interview for a fast food restaurant. I've never worked at a fast food restaurant, so I don't know.
I think they do. I've seen this before.
And I'm just like, I think that is so weird.
I've seen it. Where did I see it? At McAllister's, I think.
The way I would walk back out of there, you are not about to interview me in front of all these, and like, literally the table they're sitting at, there's a table with customers sitting across from them. I'm sitting behind them, facing the actual person being interviewed.
Awkward.
And I'm hearing the questions that they're asking this little boy, because it is just a little teenager, and asking him like, you know, with us working here, you know, it can be a lot of pressure to, you know, go fast and all this. How do you work under pressure? And
he don't. He's 16.
Literally. I said, when I was 16, I'm just thinking about Jocelyn when I was that young and getting my first job was pharmacy tech. That was my first job. And I was a shy little timid girl. I barely spoke up. So now you want to interview me with all the customers able to hear your questions and my answers? No, we ain't doing that today.
No, I would have been all right.
No, I wouldn't have. The way I would have been freaking out in my head, because I would have just knew everybody was listening to me. Like, that would have bugged me. That would have gave me so much anxiety.
I think they do it that way on purpose for that very reason, just to see how they work under stress. I think that's why they do it. Because I know they got an office back there.
They have to have an office back there.
Because they count money, and they can't count money in public. So
you would think.
I hope they're not counting money in the public. But because the public is nuts.
It is nuts.
No money in the public.
I don't know. Am I the only one that think that's weird behavior?
I think they do it to see how they handle stress. I think that's why they do it.
Nah. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't
it's
like
a hazing
that at all.
ritual. It's a hazing ritual.
And that's what it seems like. It seems like a hazing ritual.
I'm sure it is. Because you know who gonna haze you? The damn public. Even in Chick-fil-A, it's gonna be a psycho.
I'm just like, I don't like that. That seems weird to...
I think it's a hazing thing.
I can't imagine if, you know, going on an interview for pharmacy and they just interviewed me in the middle of the pharmacy while you got a line of customers waiting to pick up their prescriptions. What?
Why are we not in the office?
Well, exactly, because I know you have one.
You have to.
Yeah.
Where are you counting the drawer? But this was my question. Where are you counting the drawer?
And I'm like, and you want to feel pressure, go fill people prescriptions. They're nuts when you start talking about their prescriptions.
Call my insurance company. Ma'am, I cannot do that.
I'm not calling your insurance company. I'm sorry. That is not my job. And in the number of customers, Jay, that I have had to tell, your insurance company will not talk to me
about
because I am not on your policy.
I cannot say anything.
And I've had customers argue me down that I needed to be the one called their insurance because they trying to get their prescription too early.
They're not going to give it to you. My response was, oh, you can get it. Just know insurance is not paying for it, though.
And then your manager don't have your back and still make you call the insurance company just to get on the phone with the insurance company representative and for them to say, I can't give you that information. And then you hand the phone to the customer so that they can give the insurance company the okay to talk to you. I'm like, see, I told you that they... Why?
You know what my thought was? I was like, wouldn't it make more sense for you to just ask me what to ask them and then you call them? Or because she got so pissed at me. Because the formulary is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a secret that they actually mail to you every year that you throw away and don't read. But anywho, so I'm
and even if you don't, even if they don't
it's
mail
on,
it to
you
it's
can
online.
easily get it. You
it's
can
online.
easily. It's on their website.
You can look online
it's
and see
free.
if
you can type what
see what they prefer. They will let you know exactly. That's how I know my insurance prefers Ozempic over Wegovy.
It's on their website. You can type in what plan you got and they'll tell you the whole formulary. You can download it as a PDF. There's so many options.
So many.
But anywho, so I tell them about the friend. Well, how come you guys? I'm like, there's not you guys. There's no you guys. It's your insurance that's not paying for this. Ask your doctor for a generic or a substitution. Please get out of here.
Because trust and
Please
believe,
get out of here.
I want you out of that pharmacy just as much as you want out of that pharmacy. If I could just hand that stuff to you and be done with you, I would hand it to you and be done with you.
But my thing is, y'all mad at everybody but the doctor who fucking you over. The doctor is who you need to be yelling at. Why are you yelling at me? The doctor is the one that fucked you over.
I don't care who fucking them over. Don't take your frustrations out on me.
I just got here. I clocked in 10 minutes ago.
What's the craziest story you heard in the pharmacy? Because I got one. I had some dude call that pharmacy trying to get a Control 2 medication early.
You ain't.
And do you know what this man said happened to his prescription?
What, the dog ate it?
No, I would have rather he said that shit.
What'd he say?
Girl, he said that the bottle just so happened to be open near the sink. His cat knocked it over into the sink and turned on his damn garbage disposal. I said, that cat needs to be, you need to be making money off that cat. How the hell that cat do that? And expected me to believe it. I couldn't believe it.
You think I was born yesterday?
I was born at night, but not last night.
Gonna have this one person call demanding to get their drugs early. And me being the person I am, look it up and I go, says you also get this filled at Walgreens. And that you picked some up 4 days ago with a month's supply. Also says you also get this drug at Meijer. Silence hung up.
I bet he did. I
flagged that man. I was like, pharmacist, get over here. We telling today, I'm telling.
I wish that guy would have hung up on me.
He hung up. He said, he did not. Click.
He did not. He ran with that damn story. And I was just like, that.
Wait the 4 days for the drugs, you druggie. Like, wait. What? And sometimes it is like a medical thing. You need to talk with your doctor about your dosage being increased. Is what you need to do.
Because let's be for real. There are situations where legit things actually happen, and they're not druggies. Have your medication, and you can get refilled too soon authorizations from the insurance sometimes, depending on the drug, depending on how many.
But it happens.
And usually, if they won't give you a full month supply, they'll give you 2 weeks to get you through. There are situations where you can do that, but trust and believe when you force the pharmacy tech to call the insurance, which they shouldn't have to do. When you make them call the insurance company is going to ask them, why are you getting this early? And I'm not going to sit there and tell that damn insurance rep that your cat knocked it over and turned on your garbage disposal. How the fuck did a cat do that?
But then also know when you pick it up early, you will get a partial fill next time. It will not be for another month and 2 weeks. You will get the remaining 2 weeks. You will not get a full month. Please know that for you come up there argue with us. But anywho, where's my drugs? You took the other half of. You don't get no more.
I'm like, I couldn't believe. Yeah, that's mine.
Not mine.
You finished yours. But yeah, I couldn't believe that man told me that.
It's like, that was the dumbest.
The dumbest.
Did your child come up with that story? The truth should have been, you know what?
I took 6 pills and
you know what? I'm in pain.
Or I've been selling them.
Don't tell the truth. Say I'm in pain. I took some more.
I actually know somebody that got caught stealing meds from pharmacy.
What's flabbergasting to me is how many people do that. And how they set them up to let them steal it just so they can catch them. So they can prove that they did it.
I only know one person, and I'm not going to say who he is because I like actually know this person. But we used to work in pharmacy. In fact, it was the second pharmacy I ever worked at in Illinois. And we worked there together. And I actually ended up leaving and going to CVS.
Mm-hmm.
And that was Jewel where we used to work. And I saw him on the bus one day, like maybe 6 months after I stopped working there. And we was just catching up. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I don't work there no more." And I was like, "Oh, what happened?" And he was like, "Yeah, I got fired." And I was like, "Why?" And he was like, "For stealing Viagra."
Viagra?
Well, back then, Viagra was a hot commodity.
It was, but he was selling it, obviously.
And he was stealing Viagra and selling it. And he was selling it for stupid cheap because at that time, Viagra was like over $100 a pill. And he was selling it for like $15 a pill. I said, look, if you're going to do something that stupid, at least make it worth it.
But here's the thing. He probably made a boatload for making it cheap, though. At the end of the day, it cost him nothing to take it anyway. It was straight profit, even if he sold it for 20 cents. And I guess that's how. Now I would.
It wasn't no straight profit. You lost your damn job, and that's the risk. That's why I would have made sure.
Half. Yeah. I would have made at least half price. At least half price.
I'm like, if you gonna do something, that's to at least make it worth losing your job.
If it was for your daddy, just say so.
Cause yeah, he was definitely way too young to be needing it.
Yeah, it wasn't for him. Hopefully not.
And that's how I knew. I'm like, that couldn't have been for you.
What an interesting drug to steal.
Yeah.
When you have access to the good ones. Well, those are harder to get away with taking.
Right. Especially when pharmacy techs are technically not even supposed to touch Control 2 medications.
And we all know we do.
And we all know we do. Like the way I used to be in there counting C2s, and then I would initial it. They used to just make me count it twice. And then the pharmacist would come initial it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, now, granted, the law has changed. Pharmacy techs can count them now. You just have to do like double count, double check and stuff like that. But when I first started working in pharmacy, which I guess kind of ages me, but when I started working in pharmacy, technicians was not supposed to do that. We weren't even supposed to inventory that stuff. Pharmacists was the only ones that can do anything with Control 2 medications.
Well, it turns out some of them was stealing too, so they like, hell, might as well let if they stealing it too.
But yeah, that was one of the craziest pharmacy stories. I was like, your cat turned on your garbage disposal.
Playing in my face.
And that's what I can't stand. I can't stand the motherfucker that think they're gonna play in my face. That is a really quick way to bring out a petty side of Jocelyn. Cause I'm like, oh, okay, you think I'm an idiot then.
But the crazy part is they'll call. I'm like, you can get your meds in 3 more days. Just wait the 3 more days. But I guess when you're addicted, you ain't got 3 days.
You ain't got 3 days.
Shit now.
Especially if you go through like a withdrawal thing. I heard withdrawal from like especially like opioids and stuff. It's something terrible.
I heard gabapentin is terrible. And that one ain't even that's like a C3.
Yeah, it's a nerve pill.
Yeah.
Capsule. But
I heard that one is terrible.
I know a couple people that's been on gabapentin for like nerve damage and stuff like that. But yeah. Anywho, that's our little rant. We done now. As per usual, thank you guys for joining. Jay drank out her drink, so she can't toast to y'all. But I'll toast to y'all. Cheers to you for watching.
Clink, clink. That's me.
Clink, clink. Make sure you do all the things like, comment, subscribe, and
share
on YouTube and on the audio platforms. Like, comment, and rate review us on there if you would, please. We are going to start a little campaign this month as well to push our Spotify to get more people there. We really want to start focusing on that audio platform a little bit more. I mean, not saying don't still engage with YouTube. YouTube is still important to us.
Everything is. This the problem.
We do need to start bringing more people to our audio platforms, though. So, if you know some people that might vibe with us as well, share. Just saying.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring for the most part. At least when it comes to us, sharing is caring.
Yeah, it is.
And as per usual, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and then also tell your enemies. We want them to watch
their views too. Yeah, we want their
views. We want all your views. We even want the people that don't like us views. If you don't like us, still watch it.
Thank you.
I mean,
but there's no one who dislikes us. We're great. They love us.
Girl, I don't know why you sitting here lying to us and them. Now, granted, there's people. Everybody likes Jade.
No, there's people who hate my ass too. We both get the smoke.
I will say
we both get the smoke.
I will say that out of the both of us, I think I have more people that don't like me than don't like her.
But we both get that smoke.
Yes, but either way, if you don't like us, if you don't vibe with us, still watch it. I don't even care if you don't watch it. Just put it on in the background. I don't care. Fine by me. But anyway, thank y'all for vibing. Thank you for being with us as usual. We will see you guys in the next one. Bye, friends.